Greetings, citizen. Staying out of trouble, I presume? Spare some gold for a veteran?
Oh, what delight. Another charming customer. Clothes and raiment for the discerning customer. Finally. Why, hello. Here to buy? If you have to ask the price, you might be in the... We provide clothing for all of Solitude's most influential residents. But for you, I'll make an exception. Nothing at all. It's very nice. If you want something with a little more style, however, you should see what we have available. It's not an insult, just an observation. If I were walking around with a wound, I would want you to tell me to see a doctor. Your outfit is something of an open wound, where attire is concerned. You're really going to the Blue Palace? That presents an opportunity. If you are willing to wear one of Radiant Raymond's outfits and speak to the Jarl, I would not only pay you, but let you keep the outfit. Good. Here's the outfit. Try to get Elisif's opinion on it, and if she likes it, mention it's from Radiant Raymond. Thank you for your patronage. Oh, what delight. Another charming customer. Sister dear, could you try sewing these sleeves a little tighter? We can't have our customers looking sloppy because of your work. Oh, certainly. Sister, we couldn't afford to have our customers look like the simple pigs they are, could we? Good. And while you're at it, perhaps you could sew your mouth shut when our fine customers are within earshot.
Unless we have specific business, I'm not interested.
It's nearly time to collect taxes on your properties here in the city, friend. We'll need to visit each home for an assessment.
I swear to you, unnatural magics are coming from that cave. There are strange noises and lights. We need someone to investigate.
Then we will immediately send out a legion to scour the cave and secure the town. Hafingar's people will always be safe under my rule.
Your Eminence, my
Please
scrying
don't
suggested
interrupt the
nothing
court.
in the area. Dragon Bridge is under Imperial control. This is likely superstitious nonsense.
Perhaps a more tempered
Please
reaction
don't interrupt the court.
might be called for?
Oh, yes, of course, you were right. Falk, tell Captain Aldous I said to assign a few extra soldiers to Dragonbridge.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. But about the cave?
I will have someone take care of the cave as well, Varnius. You can rest easy. You're dismissed.
Please address all questions to the steward, Falk Firebeard.
If you have business, please see Falk Firebeard, my steward.
Idea, my Jarl. However, I would suggest we wait until the war has ended. After all, the General needs his soldiers out in the field, fighting battles against the Stormcloaks.
It's quite fetching, actually. The craftsmanship is excellent. Oh, really? Well, you can tell them that I will be putting in a request for a few dresses quite soon. Why, thank you. You are most courteous, and I appreciate your dedication. Maybe you can help our people in this difficult time. You've done well.
Do you have business with the court? I am the Jarl's steward. If you have court business to tend to, you talk to me. You mean the Dragon Bridge issue? I'll be honest with you. I was planning to let that go. Varnius is a bit jumpy at the best of times. There have been reports of weird happenings near Wolfskull Cave. Travelers disappearing, odd lights. I suspect wild animals, or perhaps bandits. I don't think it's worth our time with the war going on. But if you want to clear out the cave, I'll make sure you're repaid for your work. The cave has a bad history. Long ago, Potema the Wolf Queen used it for necromantic rituals. That's where it got the name. That was over 500 years ago. Nothing much down there now, but everyone's always convinced the cave is haunted. Feel free to return to me with questions. The Blue Palace is an open forum.
The Imperials are good for business, and business is good for
Disturbed with common
Skyrim.
affairs of court. You direct those concerns to me.
Steward, when is my
Thane
appointment to meet
Ryling,
with General
at your
Tullius?
service.
There are some issues we must speak about.
I'm afraid he's had to reschedule, my grace. By all accounts, waging war takes his every moment.
I can always
Again?
find time to share
You
a
can't
word
simply
with a
cancel an
warrior.
appointment with a Jarl. He serves in my capital city.
I'm afraid he can. His authority comes from the Emperor, who you also serve, technically.
Many
He uses
condemn
all
the
of
Stormcloaks,
Hafingar's resources
but I refuse.
and doesn't answer to
There
me
is
in the
honor
slightest.
in fighting for what
This
you
hardly
believe.
seems fair.
Ryling's obsession with
If you
honor
have
and
business,
tradition is
please see Falk Firebeard, my
politically
steward.
irrelevant.
I'm afraid you must learn to accept this.
Oh, hello. Just tidying up.
Yes? What did you need? What is it? I lacked the connections and, frankly, the confidence. But with you at my side, I'm feeling more optimistic. Perhaps even a bit reckless. There's a first time for everything. Besides, a little bit of it might be just what we need to shake things up. Not directly, but here's the plan. This assassin belongs to the Dark Brotherhood. Perhaps you carry a tattered coupon for discounted assassinations? I caught a glimpse of the bastard who killed my father as they fled. They wore a red mantle with a black hand embroidered onto it. Then it seems we'll need to be a bit more creative. Innkeepers tend to see and hear a lot. Perhaps one of them knows a whisper about Dark Brotherhood informants. A few well-placed coins might loosen their tongues.
Come on in. Got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
This one's a favorite of mine. A legend we all know and love.
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend. Well, as it turns out, I had a pet skeever when I was a boy, and he used to wink. They were smaller back then.
With a voice-wielding power of the ancient Nord art. Believe, believe the Dragonborn comes. It's an end to the evil of all Skyrim.
People say there's someone in Riften that can change your face, make you look completely different. Do you believe that?
For the darkness has passed, and the legend yet grows. You'll know the Dragonborn's
A little coin always greases the wheels. Thank you. This is for you.
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend. If you're looking for muscle, there's a new mercenary in town. Usually free.
Let me have a look at that. Nevis Neville nor, huh? An informant skirting along the edge of the law. Someone like that must have a lead we can follow. Markarth, the Silverblood Inn. That's our next stop. All right, that seems fitting. Do you want to have mead, wine, or just plain milk? Feeling fancy today, are we? I don't think you have that drink on you, though. Here, let me help you out. Well, drink's been poured. Cheers. Mortal emotions are complex, aren't they? And to think I'm modeled after them, I have some of that complexity too. Seeing as how I don't eat food, I'm a terrible cook. Don't ask me to cook you a mutton pie, lest you eat something that ends up tasting like a Daedra pie. So what do you want to talk about now? Dwarven oil. A bit weird, and maybe toxic for most. But I can drink it, and it provides me the most benefits, particularly in enhancing my magicka reserves. Like you mortals and your alcohol too, I can get drunk with it, in a matter of speaking. So please don't go having me drink too much. Wouldn't be a pretty sight. It's nice. Spending time like this, just having drinks together. Does he not see me? He might need some corrective spectacles if he can't even see a can't miss her fellow.
Need a ride? I can take you to any of the hold capitals. All right then. My carriage is the safest way to travel. Where do you want to go? Climb and back and we'll be off.
Light armor does provide a lot of tactical advantages. Just don't get hit.
Ever been to Markarth? Some say it was built by the dwarves. I don't believe a word of it.
Greetings, citizen. Staying out of trouble, I presume?
The finest jewelry in all of Markarth. Bit of jewelry for your journey home?
Don't do that!
Thought I heard something.
Go on! I heal! I heal!
That takes care of that.
Someone do something!
By the Divines, the Forsworn are here in the city.
Everyone stay back. The Markarth City Guard have this all under control. There are no Forsworn here.
The bloodiest beef in the Reach.
He tried to kill Margaret.
By the gods, that man nearly killed me. You saved my life. Thank you. Here. I was gonna bring this to my sister, but I think you should have it. No. I don't have any idea. I was just shopping for a pendant for my sister back in the Imperial City. I've heard of them. Something about the men who live in the hills and attack caravans. I'm sorry. I don't know anymore. I'm just visiting here from Cyrodiil.
Gods. A woman attacked right on the streets. Are you alright? Did you see what happened? I'm so sorry. I hope the Eight give you more peace in the future. Oh, I think you dropped this. Some kind of note. Looks important. No. I was just getting some fresh air. Had one too many pints of mead at the Silver Blood Inn. My note? No, that's yours. Must have fallen out of your pocket. All right, then.
He tried to kill Margaret. Right in front of me. The finest jewelry in all of Markarth.
Come on in. The Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms. This is the Silverblood Inn. I'll let you figure out who owns it by yourself.
In need of some information, are we? If he's not at the bar, he's in his office, which just so happens to be my private chambers. Correct. Let's just say Navas is a convincing fellow. The arrangement works well enough for us both. Less so for my wife.
Remember, ale is cheaper than blood in Markarth.
Your magical reserves are prodigious.
Need something?
Ah, there you are. Please, take a seat. Welcome to the humble office of Nevas Nevelnor. I asked the innkeep to bring us some mead. Now where has he... Ah, there he is, carrying some of the finest mead Skyrim has to offer.
The freshest as well. I just tapped open a new barrel. Figured you ought to have the first sip.
Dragonborn comes. It's an end to the evil of all Skyrim's foes. Beware, beware, the Dragonborn comes.
Here you are. One bottle of our house brew. Enjoy. Is there anything else you need, Nevis?
That should do it, Clepper. Just get the door on your way out. I'm sure my new acquaintance here would appreciate the quiet.
Yes, of course. I'm only a holler away should you need anything.
Ah. I'm sure you've noticed the juniper trees that grow around here. Old Klepper mashes the berries and mixes them into the mead. Tastes sensational every single time. Go on, try it for yourself. How might I assist? Tax issues, legal consultancy, tracking down loved ones? Tangled up with the Dark Brotherhood, are you? Bold of you to even mention that name. What makes you think I can help? Ah, I don't recall you being part of the Brotherhood. So you must have been referred by my fellow informants. What is the music of life?
This one's a favorite of mine. A legend we all know.
Then we are in session. What can I do for you today?
A warrior's heart. I tell you, the Dragonborn comes.
The Rift, 6 years ago. Those were dark times. The Brotherhood's grip on Skyrim was strong then. Their whispers reached even the most secluded corners. I saw things I wish I could forget. Troubled. Haunted is more like it. I was young, foolish, drawn to their promises of power, of wealth. But the price, it was too high. A soul stained with blood, a conscience burdened by guilt. It's not a path I would recommend. Regret is a luxury I cannot afford. But yes, sometimes I find myself wondering, what if? The Brotherhood. They are a blight on this land, twisting good intentions into acts of unspeakable cruelty.
Enough talk. We're looking for the assassin who murdered my father. Tell us where to find him or face the consequences.
Ah, yes, sorry. I'll get straight to the point. His name is Roland Briand, a skilled assassin. Ruthless and efficient, but I haven't heard from him in years. He disappeared, vanished, into the shadows. I do not want to tell you more, lest my life be taken. The two of you do seem like a formidable pair. Tell you what, I usually charge quite the fee for this kind of information, but one less Dark Brotherhood assassin is a reward in itself. Farewell, then. I'll mark the location on your map.
The Karth River. We have his location. Good.
Lazy to give him a drink yourself.
Stay focused.
Oh.
The Karth River. We have his location. Good. Until next time. Enough of... The Karth River. We have his location. Good. Careful now. Hey! No. He's tired of the Dark Brotherhood and he wants to quit. I think that's genuine. Now, can we start moving?
You want a drink? Unlike my husband Clapper, I watch after our guests.
No more delays. 6 years I've waited. Soon, I might have justice.
Now you just tell me if you need something.
Yes?
My father, Klepper, is the one you want to talk to. I just clean up.
Greetings, citizen. Staying out of trouble, I presume?